somebody decided to bring up the little drama between Yandy and Rasheeda.
Yandy started talking about how she wished Rasheeda was there for her more and would have her back.
Rasheeda basically kind of paid her dust.
Now Rasheeda hands in the air, and I know that when Rasheeda started throwing that big ass rock on her finger around like this, when she started doing this, she don't give a F.
I'm not friends with you, or you.
The only one that's my ride and die right now is Kurt Frost.
I'm like,
this was just going crazy.
you could definitely tell Rasheeda was over it. Her eyes rolled back to the time Kurt wore the 3 earrings.
What confused me is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. You never checked on her even when it came alive. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then. But y'all friends.
The more we discover, the more we believe Rasheeda to be KM. Rasheeda now corroborated the adultery charges against Mendez, and the internet is going crazy. Michelle claimed she was a friend to no one, but it's causing suffering and loving company. The argument between Mendez and Kurt began when Kurt suggested that what Jasmine had mentioned regarding Mendez's the beef even extended to Rasheeda and Yandy's relationship, which reportedly didn't exist in the first place because Rasheeda that she and Yandy were never truly friends in that sense, and that they had only been acting that way for the cameras.
Me and Yandy have not had that type of relationship. Like, we don't talk about our husbands, and I know people see the television side of things, and we are in the same friend circles, but there's levels to friendships. And that's the thing, like, she has her close, tight, bestie friends. Like I said, my friends, like when I go through stuff, we're there to hold each other down, not when the camera on, but in real life, you know, and not for a one-up to look good, because if you really felt like you've been holding me down, well, where were you, baby? That's all I'm saying is where you was at.
Rasheeda has now intensified her criticism of Andy and Mindy's phony marriage, saying that he has been cheating on her and even has a sugar baby that everyone is aware of. If you know anything about Yandy, you know that she doesn't play games with her partner and her family, and you can bet that Rasheeda's remarks have made matters 10 times worse. Although Rasheeda and other women have been known to stir up trouble in various contexts and like throwing stones and covering their hands, we all assumed that they would support one another. The two originals of love and hip-hop, Rasheeda and Yandy, have a lot in common, including their husbands pestering them and taking care of everything. Since then, Yandy has always supported Rasheeda, even when she wasn't present, and the primary reason Yandy isn't kiki with Jasmine is because she wanted to remain faithful to Rasheeda. However, it appears that Gandandi has been faithful to the wrong person all along, because as soon as Jasmine started showing interest in Mendez, Rasheeda snapped and quickly painted Gandandi and Mendez marriage in a negative light.
I would like for you and your husband or boyfriend, girl, whatever y'all call it, to get on the same page. I'm not even sure if they're legally married or not.
I'm the only one who believes that Rasheeda has been itching to do this for a long time. She and Kirk made it apparent that everything Jasmine said was false, so if you thought you were the enemy, you were probably right. However, as soon as Jasmine had something to say about Mendeecees cheating on Yandandi, she suddenly revealed the truth.
Kirk, if you're gonna stand on that everything Jasmine say got truth on it, then I have to take account that everything she say about you is true. I don't know her. That is your woman, that's your baby mother. You deal with that. Leave me the alone.
Days we mentioned earlier. One thing about Yandandi is that she has always had Rasheeda's back no matter what, and it got to the point where she and Mendeecees had to sit down with Kirk and Rasheeda to sort out this Jasmine mess. Rasheeda has been having a great time ever since Yandy was put on the hot seat to answer for Mendeecees cheating on her. She isn't even trying to hide the fact that she has called Yandy out for trying to shield her man from any consequences.
I've heard a lot of things. Females talking about they have Mendeecees' name tattooed on them and videos out of females with him or something. I don't know. It's really not my place to tell anybody anything about their man.
Rasheeda had nothing good to say, and she even denied knowing anything about Jasmine's affair with Yandandi, until it was revealed that she was lying about it from the beginning. It sounded as though Rasheeda thought there was some truth to what was being said, and she even went so far as to claim that she and Yandy were not friends and that their loyalty was never necessary.
What confused me is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then, but y'all friends.
At the end of the day, I know what you're doing, and it's okay. And if people want to run with it and say, Rasheeda's not a good friend, she's not a where your man stick his penis ain't got nothing to do with it.
When everyone came for by Rasheeda and Kurt, Yandy was the only one standing up for their marriage. Why in her ever-loving mind would she defend someone who wasn't even her friend's child? Their friendship wasn't doing well, and the two women made it a point to stay apart until Yandy vented all the resentment and anger that had been building inside of her.
So Yandy start yelling and she just like, oh, so we not friends? I'm all in these bitches' face for you.
I don't know who left the room first, but that was the end of that kickback, that was the end of that fun, and it was over.
Rasheeda, however, wasn't going to let Yandy treat her that way, so she used their argument as an opportunity to do and say whatever she wanted. All bets were off, and Rasheeda began discussing all the information about Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship that they didn't want the public to know. She shouted back at them, referring to them as just boyfriend and girlfriend, even after 2 weddings. She also claimed that she had received multiple reports about Mendeecees ending his relationship.
This is what I will say. I've seen things, and that's just it. That people have brought to me. Let me say it like that.
Did you ever go to her with the things you've seen? Why not?
Because I don't do stuff like that.
Even though Yandy is attempting to pretend that it isn't true, everyone in Atlanta knew that Mendeecees was unfaithful and had a side babe that he was dealing with. Kirk, of course, supported his wife. And it's possible that he even had more smoke for Mendeecees than Rasheeda does for Yandy. He stated that Mendeecees needs to sort out his affairs with his other baby mamas. He also asserted that the reason Mendeecees and Yandy wanted to get involved with him and Rasheeda was so they could continue to be relevant on the show, believed that they were genuinely meant to be friends, and that any kind of harmony between the two couples is rapidly deteriorating. Mendeecees took to Instagram right away to ask, what kind of man keeps another man's name in their mouth? After witnessing Rasheeda and Kirk engage in sexual activity with Carlos King, shaking my head, I'm going to start insulting everyone. If you let your girlfriend mention my name, she'll get it too, he continued. I don't say it's about people's polyamorous relationships. I mind my business because I don't give a F and give up discussing me and me. And Yandy wasn't about to overlook that either. She chastised Rasheeda for discussing her relationship when she wasn't qualified to comment on other people's marriages, particularly since she keeps rewarding Kirk for cheating on her. If there was ever any possibility that they would rekindle their friendship, that's officially off the table, and Yandy will never be able to look at Rasheeda the same way after everything. That has been completed. I want the girls to give Rasheeda the respect she deserves, and to truly allow Kirk to be her only friend, as she keeps pleading for, but I'm not buying it. We know both women have been messy, but this time around, Rasheeda has a lot of nerve, and the whole thing just reminds people of how she treated K. Michelle Rasheeda. Well, that's garbage because now you're believing what Jasmine said about Mendeecees. I used to like Rasheeda, but now that the real her has come out, people can see who she is. Rasheeda doesn't know anything about loyalty, but what do you guys think about this? Would you have ever imagined that Rasheeda and Yandy would become estranged? Please share your thoughts in the comments section and make sure to like and subscribe because there is more coming that you simply must see. I'll see you in the next video. A fan of Yandy Luther King, but it's still enough. Berries with fibers.